Hey everyone, this time we'll look at another Superzoom, Panasonic Lumix FZ300. Many of you asked me to review this one because of its unique characteristics. Before getting into the video, consider subscribing to my channel. Without all of you guys, this review wouldn't be possible. Thanks. Let's mention key specs of FZ300. It has 1/2.3 inch 12 megapixel sensor, 24 times zoom, that's 25 to 600 mm with f2.8 aperture, records 4K videos up to 25p or 30p, weighs almost 700 grams. Starting with build quality, it feels more precisely made, with more attention to design details than most Superzoom cameras that I've tested. Camera is portable and pretty small, although slightly heavier than I would like it to be. Overall, very nicely designed and composed body. Although I think it's made of plastic, its texture and feel gives impression of higher quality material. Every button and switch feels nice to use, and its layout is well made. Panasonic also claims that Lumix FZ300 is splash-proof. 3-inch articulated LCD panel on the back provides great contrast and colors. Additionally, it has glass cover that protects its screen. You can also use electronic viewfinder, which I highly recommend, since it will provide you more stable position to shoot and much better experience, especially in daytime. And speaking of its EVF, 1.4K dot OLED viewfinder, it's not a common thing in the Superzoom segment, which is a shame, because quality and amount of vision you get with FZ300 is just excellent. Autofocus is above the average. It's really fast and mostly very accurate. Its software is very well integrated with the hardware. Almost instant response and fluid transition between pressing shutter button half away and seeing camera's reaction on the screen. Whole interface and settings are pretty transparent and easy to use. It also looks nice, and most important, in opposite to many other cameras, it's very fast and fluid. It's clearly visible that someone put an effort to make it a good experience. In terms of stabilization, I have mixed feelings, because when shooting stills it works simply fantastic. Using it handheld is not a problem, but unfortunately it's not the case while shooting videos. They are too jerky for a Superzoom camera. It's not terrible though, but judging from performance in photo mode, my expectations were just higher. Picture quality is like in most Superzoom with small sensor. Pretty average, nothing too exceptional, and sadly worse in comparison with cameras found in flagship smartphones. Color reproduction is pretty good, exposure control also seems accurate, dynamic range is good, photos are sharp, but having not the most recent technologies, plus small sensor, you can forget about going into the crop to appreciate some level of detail. There is some edge distortion, especially at wide 25mm, but I don't mind it much considering the segment. Like I said, it lacks advanced picture processing or super fast auto HDR modes found in smartphones, but it's the case of every Superzoom on the market that I know. Latest technologies are just being implemented into the more demanding smartphone market, so it's not the fault of this particular camera. Lumix FZ300 is by no means worse than its competition. I find that 2.8 aperture all the way to 600mm is more of a gimmick than a useful feature. Yes, you will get slightly better bokeh and lower ISO, but having 1/2.3 inch sensor, it doesn't really matter much in my view. Difference is not that big, and you won't find yourself using zoom in poor lighting condition, because low light performance is just like in any small sensor camera. Nevertheless, I have to admit that Panasonic knows how to implement great video quality, even in this kind of camera. There is a good level of detail, natural sharpness and nice colors with a good balance in exposure, whereas for example 4K videos from Nikon Coolpix Superzoom look like they are upscaled, artificially sharpened Full HD videos. It's by far the best video quality that I've seen from any small sensor Superzoom. To sum up, Panasonic Lumix FZ300 surprised in aspects like build quality, software, autofocus and video quality, but when it comes to the most important, its lens and picture quality, in my opinion it offers too little to justify its price tag. I wouldn't really recommend this particular model to anyone. Bright lens alone is too little to convince me to this camera. Let's look at the Panasonic lineup real quick. Lumix FZ300 costs $400 and offers 24x zoom lens and 1/2.3 inch sensor. For $300 you can have Lumix FZ80 with 60x zoom lens and 1/2.3 inch sensor. For $500 you can get Lumix FZ1000 with 16x optical zoom and 1 inch sensor. Panasonic Lumix FZ300 doesn't make any sense for me, because it basically has same picture and video quality found in cheap FZ80 while having much smaller zoom. It's also nowhere near close to the image and video quality performance offered by 1 inch sensor found in FZ1000. I'm sure some people will like this camera and that's fine, but in my opinion it's better to skip this model and consider those mentioned too. If you would like to see camera comparison between Lumix FZ300 and Nikon Coolpix B700, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching and see you!